That music ends too soon. Hi. Welcome, everybody, to the first Saturday workout of 2024. And in continuing the same vein as the Monday workout, we're really going to be working you out. Um, do I have a volunteer to go first? I forgot to ask that before we started. Okay. And we'll just go ahead and dive into it with our first read of the afternoon with Justin. Whenever you're ready, go for it.
What is it about Mercedes-Benz with these alliterative tongue twisters? Am I coming through? Okay. A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging into the rain, rapidly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid run. When the road gets hard to read, please safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
You get to choose who goes next.
Oh, right. Round robin. Right. Uh, James, go ahead, bro.
All right, James, you're up.
A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz. Michael.
Throwing me up on the spot already. I like it.
Heck yeah.
A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz. All right. D- I'm not going to call you that, Andrew. You're up, by the way.
I forgot I changed my name. 1 second. I'll change that back after I get done reading. A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz. Josh.
All right. A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rapidly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz. Uh, is Brandon going to be joining us or?
Brennan is on mobile, and he normally doesn't join in on the reads. So
Oh, okay.
the only person we'd be waiting for is the voice ogre. So we'll wait to see.
That's me.
Are you
I'm
are
ready.
you, are you good?
I'm munched.
Oh, you
Yes, sir.
wow. Okay. I mean, you can take a little longer if you need to. It's like that one video of the guy like munching through that watermelon with a Batman call on. Have you
What
seen
the
that?
Oh.
You never seen that
sounds
before?
great by
Okay, I might have
description,
to
though.
pull up a video real quick. But anyway, go ahead and give us
Yeah.
a cold read.
Next
All right.
up is Ogre.
Yes. A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
I'm sorry, Michael, to cut you off real quick. I know it's not directed read yet, but Ogre, I swear to God, I closed my eyes. You sounded so close to Morgan Freeman to me. You sounded
That's funny.
so close.
Hi, I'm Morgan Freeman. I would like to do this voice for you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to add that. You sounded so close to him. Okay, I'm sorry
Seconded.
about that.
It's a
Go
compliment.
ahead.
Andrew 2 Electric Boogaloo. This is getting all kinds of interesting. All right, all right. Yeah, by the way, I just posted that video that I was talking about. So this is what I
Yeah,
imagine when
see.
people like rush through eating something. Anyways, all right. So let's get to the discussion portion. So, the first thing that we like to talk about is microphone technique. So that breaks down into one of two categories that I generally use. It's just shorthand. It's not anything that's like super definitive, but it breaks down into voice over versus voice under. A voice over performance is when your voice and your performance is rapidly up front, or rapidly. Gosh dang it! This script is already getting to me. Is up front on the microphone where you are very present. You are the most important thing in the scene. This is very often used in things like animation, video games, certain commercials where you're voicing a character in the scene, that kind of thing. Voice under technique is where you are essentially playing second fiddle to the images that are on screen. So you are referencing something that's happening in front of the listener, and you need to direct their attention forward. So that being said, what kind of mic technique should we use on this? Voice over or voice under?
Under. That was my guess.
Okay. Agree, disagree? Anybody?
Agree.
Yeah, I'll go
Agree.
with under.
Just
Okay.
because the visuals are so strong.
See, Andrew Bob is. Yeah, this is one of the first times where we've actually had agreement from Twitch. Yeah, this is, I think, one of the first times where we've actually had like universal, unanimous agreement. Hey, this is voice under.
Can we tell the secret where it says on the
Stop it, you heathen! Both. That's great. I didn't know that that command was on Twitch. Sorry, we just had somebody do exclamation mark both, and the response from Twitch Elements is "Stop it, you heathen." Um,
Nice.
But yeah, so one of the easy ways to tell is usage. It says use TV 30 seconds. That means clearly this is going to be paired up with visuals, so you are not the main focus on it. At least it's a really good indication of such. Again, some TV commercials do have you voicing a character that is in the actual commercial itself. Think serial commercials, where you actually have the characters on screen. But this is this since this is not a cereal commercial, it's a car commercial for sure, Mercedes-Benz. Very likely this is voice under. So, that being said, who are you? Who is speaking in this script? Who's the narrator?
The driver of the car.
The driver of the car. Okay.
I mean, I still like the one from Monday of the car itself.
I didn't know cars
I
could
am.
think. That's kind of terrifying.
I'm a transformer. So
I am
yeah,
Optimus Prime.
it's got to exactly no, but
The
it's got
car
to
has
be.
to be the car has to be talking, because have you guys ever seen the documentary Cars? I mean, come on now. It has to be real.
I believe everything I see on the internet. But yeah, no, it's got to be the driver of the car because it's like a Mercedes-Benz driver specifically, a customer, if you will.
Okay. Okay. So then, why is this important for this narrator to talk about? Actually, no. Hang on. Before I do that, does anybody have any other ideas for who this narrator could be? I am really going to fish for this because I want you guys to be creative. I really want you guys to think about it.
I mean, it could potentially be like a parent who's trying to get their child to pick a safe car. Something like the
Okay.
pre-safe brake.
Okay.
Especially
Hey,
that
sorry
last
I'm late. What
line.
did I miss?
We're doing
You
the
missed
script breakdown
everything.
right now.
Oh yeah, okay.
Um, yeah, that last line just really gives it over to somebody who wants that person to be safe, or like you want to make sure that your 75-year-old mother's driving a safe car.
Okay. So a concerned, a
Relative
concerned
or
driver.
yeah. like that. Mm. Yeah, definitely some kind of like nervous Nelly. The rapid runner ran raging. Who describes people like that?
We're actually going to get into that. We're going to get into why that is the case here in a bit, because I think that these scripts, this one and Monday's script, are very interesting because they use alliteration. But any other thoughts? Any other ideas for who could be speaking and why and why this is important to them? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that animation in forever, Brennan. How dare? How dare
I
you bring
agree.
up a core
Me
memory?
too. Yeah, I was like, what is that? And then you said that. I'm like, oh, it's the fucking Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I agree with Brennan. It is definitely the pre-safe brake system that is talking to us.
You know what?
When the
Why
road
not?
gets hard to read.
Let's put it down there. You are the product.
This is definitely a grumpy old person. Like, who says like he raged and
That's what I'm saying.
like yeah.
Grumpy old person. Okay.
Yeah, maybe if we
I
want to get.
believe I'm.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Mine's,
Go ahead.
mine's pretty quick. Maybe like somebody who had a family member take like a collision, or like somebody in their family like had something tragic happen because they didn't have the pre-safe brake.
That's a fantastic one to go for. That is fantastic. Yes.
A very cautious driver that um shit. Um I could definitely see that I could connect myself to this driver because I am also concerned for my safety and I care very deeply for the people I love and I don't want to be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, quick, I gotta find a way," you know? Um, a driver who wants to be a safe driver and always looks out for people.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
need like a
we
quick
have
solution because they're like, "Ah," you know?
yeah, we've got concerned driver up here as well. So I'm glad we touched on that again, because yes, that is a very strong choice to make there too. But yeah, I think again, whichever of the ones that we've noted, whichever one speaks out to you the most, whichever seems to make the most sense, it doesn't matter how outlandish it is. If it makes the most sense to you, that should be something that you should go for. Because again, what we're looking for are solid choices. I want to hear you guys make really solid decisions in your performance. Um, whether or not it's correct, that's up to the casting director to really figure out. But um, a driver who has injured someone before, uh, sure. Okay. Yeah, someone who experienced the situation. I've got that on there. That's so edgy. But let's go ahead and talk about. So we've got a bunch of characters, and they have some motivations. What are some other motivations you think would be important to this script? Like, why would, and even if we rehash stuff, that's fine. But why would somebody be talking about this in this way? So, I mean, we've already gone through somebody who's really safety conscious.
What if you're usually a pedestrian and you don't want to get hit, so you're trying to sell the car to other people?
Oh, maybe you were the runner.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, something like that, or like the I forget what they call it, Bike Club USA or something like that, where they have those days where they specifically talk about biker safety, in the bike lanes and all that fun stuff.
Okay.
Hmm. I
Anything
just
else?
noticed that he runs a red light in the script, he or she. Like they're also a bad driver.
Well, I
Oh,
guess
I
it's not
I
that
took
the
that to
yeah
sorry.
the driver didn't run the red.
Mm.
Wait, but so the runner ran the red?
Yes,
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry, off topic a bit, but how do you spell cautious?
CAU
Mhm.
T. You know what? Actually, I'll just type it out. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's better better to have it
Cautious.
typed out.
Okay.
CAU-cious.
Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to ask that.
No, that's fine. That's
Thank
fine.
you.
All right. Any other motivations? Why is this important to you? So
Yeah,
we got
PSA.
again
That's
safety conscious. Maybe you were the runner. Um, one of the interesting narrators that we already discussed is actually being the product itself. So, you want to keep people safe. Maybe that's your motivation, is to keep people safe.
Um,
Yeah, I'm thinking
another one.
PSA. Sorry.
Yeah, I very much like the PSA aspect, but another one, if you wanted to go with it, could be this is a Mercedes-Benz fanboy, and he is very excited about the new feature they just came out with.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anything else?
convinced is helping people by sharing it, or he or
Mhm.
she.
Any others?
Hmm.
There's got to be something else in there.
Well, clearly there's something that you see, so you should just say it.
I mean, whoever suggested the PSA thing, I could definitely see that it reads like a PSA. But the fact that it's commercial, it kind of adds a sense of relief to it. Just like,
Okay.
this is
What
not a fear mongering
you?
PSA. It's like,
Another
here's a
so
solution.
yeah, another thing that I'm thinking of when it comes to this, another motivation, is that you designed this product. So this is your product. You made this thing, and you want to tell people about it because you know it's going to make them safe. So this is your personal project.
It kind of comes from a place of concern, of being, of like of like urgency, not like scolding, but like this is good. You need this.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
imagine if you didn't have this.
Yeah. Um, Now, a script like this is a major challenge because it's very easy for us to lose messages in writing mechanisms. So sometimes it's difficult for us to parse out the meanings of poems when they're written all pretty like they are. Sometimes it's difficult for us to figure out specifically what an alliteration is trying to say. But one of the main things that's really, really important when it comes to script analysis is knowing specifically what it is you are saying. So if you could take this entire script and take its whole meaning and condense it down to just a single sentence using the product name break. Man, I can't English right now. Break safe break with pedestrian recognition. What would that sentence be? What is your overall message for this script? Yes, English, I can't right now.
Pretty safe break.
So, so
Because
what
that
you're
is
asking?
specifically the name of the function and the solution to the problem that is being presented in the
Okay, so
beginning.
just
Sure, it's like a
pre-save break.
what they call the feature technically.
Hmm.
Um, and so and can you rephrase the question again?
If you could condense the meaning of this script down into a single, easy to read sentence that includes the product name, what would it be?
You never know when things unexpected. No, it's like that's gonna take a 2 sentence.
Yeah, it's a tough one. This is this
Yeah,
is this is a brain burner of an exercise a little bit, but believe
yeah,
me,
I
it
like it.
makes simplifying what you're trying to say very easy. You see, my shot at it would be um, situations can be hard to read, but pre-safe break with pedestrian recognition can make those easier.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Which
something
I can
similar, but
personally relate to because at the moment it's hard for me to really think. It's like, oh, shoot, oh my god, you gotta do something. Ah, pre-safe break, you know,
Protect
lifesaver.
pedestrians with pre-safe break.
Okay,
Pedestrian.
protect pedestrians with pre-safe break. That's another good one. Anything else? How would you condense the meaning of this down as pure as possible?
Don't die, don't kill, pre-safe break.
Murder bad, pre-safe break good.
you want to protect you, your your valuables, and other people, and that can be hard to do. And this is one easy way to do it. Give you peace of mind
With pre-safe break. Don't forget
with pre-save
product name.
break. Yeah, with pre-save break.
keep your eye on the ball there.
All right.
Okay, I think so. So there is a number of there's a number of ways to compress this, but the reason you're doing that is because you really want to know specifically what you're saying, why you're saying what you're saying, and make it easy on yourself to like direct yourself. If you put down a goal on your script, this is what I'm trying to say, then when you listen back to your recordings, you can compare it to the goal that you've set down and align yourself towards it. Did I hit that goal? Did I not hit that goal? BVJ, suck it, BMW. Oh my gosh.
Boy, if anybody needs driver assist with braking,
I mean,
BMW drivers need it. I'm just saying.
the ultimate anti BMW driver technology. Pre safe brake with pedestrian recognition. So now let's talk about the script itself. Why is it written in alliteration?
Human brain, lizard brain. It's nice. It's pleasing to the ears.
Okay. So ear catching. Anything else? Any other thoughts?
It also holds the attention. It doesn't. It both catches the attention and holds it.
Okay. Catches the attention for rhythm. Make a serious, dangerous scene less so. Okay. James, you're
Make it
unmuted.
kind of poetic.
And
Make it
I was
kinda
just
like a
thinking
limerick.
more in the literal sense. It ties in with the pre-tag line when the road gets hard to read.
There we go.
Like
Alliteration is very
it's those other things too, but
yeah, yeah.
it
But
also
alliteration
ties
gets
into
very easy to get lost in.
You
It's
smart fucks.
it's very easy to get lost in. A runner rapidly ran in the. It's like, oh, that's a whole lot of R's. But the thing is that's the idea. This kind of situation, you're driving in the rain. You're coming up to what seems like a clean, clear intersection. All right, rain is a dangerous situation to drive in, but a runner just comes out of nowhere right in front of you, and you immediately have to stop. Your mind is going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. You're not expecting this, and you have to instantly react to the situation. It can get really difficult. Yeah, deer as well. I don't know if if any of you live around deer, but
God,
deer
yeah.
can be deer can be absolutely terrifying. And it's that situation that they're trying to visually and orally portray through the script. This is difficult to follow along. Alliteration is difficult to follow along because you're throwing out the same kinds of letters over and over again. So it's a mirror for what the situation feels like. It's confusing, it's difficult, it's happening really rapidly. Which is why when the road gets hard to read is a double entendre. It's a callback to the fact that yes, I just read everything else in alliteration, but also that's what you're going to feel like on the road if you're unprepared for the situation. It's hard to read. The solution: pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz. So the alliteration is a tool to make it sound confusing, which is why you need to lean into that. So, one of the other things that I really want to do here before we actually move into the directed reads is break up the ideas because alliteration is difficult, but this is telling a very specific story. So, what are the series of events in the story? It's very simple, but what are these series of events?
Runner runs into he runs across the road when he shouldn't. The driver panics, slams the brakes, but with the help of pre-safe brake, he comes to a stop before making contact.
Okay. So let's go ahead and break apart those individual sections in the script. So a runner rapidly ran in the rain. That's one whole idea. So you're presenting the scene. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, that is one idea right there, too. So on your script, if you haven't yet, I would say copy down the script onto something you yourself can edit. Use brackets, use dashes, use something to split apart the ideas and make sure that exactly what you're saying is clear in your mind so you can tell the story. So I would say you could bracket off as the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light. That is all one action. I rapidly braked. That is another separate action. not running into the rapid runner. That's the final action. That's the last scene. So if you can see us over there on Twitch, I've marked all of that up on the script itself. But if you have it on your own, if you're doing it for yourself, make sure to break up the scenes. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, that is a scene. I rapidly braked. That is the next scene. Not running into the rapid runner. Last scene. Finally, that last tagline, when the road gets hard to read, is not a comma. It doesn't continue into the next sentence. Right? It's its own thought. So make sure to end the thought. Remember, the subtext for when the road gets hard to read is you are, calling back to the script up there. This is a callback to all of the stupid things that that have happened previously, essentially. Sorry, let me get that reading order again. And of course, the reading order continues to grow. We have
I posted it.
there. Okay. All right. So I think we've got a good set of ideas for this. Does anybody have any questions or comments about anything that we haven't covered yet in the script? Anything at all? Okay. Then I think we have a generally good idea of the direction we want to go in. We want to make sure to tell the story, and we want to
Wait a
make sure
minute.
that yeah.
Wait a minute. So I know the pre-safe break is the name is a name that we gotta stress because it is the name of the feature. But should we also emphasize that it also has a pedestrian recognition?
Oh yeah.
Pre-safe break with pedestrian
Yep.
recognition.
hmm
Yes.
So since the whole script is actually incredibly short, the tagline is you could emphasize essentially every single bit of the tagline. Pre-safe break with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz. Each one of those could use its own emphases. It's actually a really good point. I'm going to go ahead and bracket those off, or I'm going to underline them. Again, if you're watching over on Twitch, I'm going to go ahead and have those underlined because each and every single piece of this script, or of that very last sentence, could be stressed safely because of the length of the script. By Mercedes-Benz. There we go. Okay, did it show up? Markup, please. There we go. Okay. Thank you for bringing that up. Anything else? Anything else I may have missed? All right, cool. Then, if there's no other questions, let's go ahead and get into the reading order, starting with Justin. Justin, whenever you're ready, go for it.
I was waiting on that car. Sorry. A runner rapidly ran into the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rapidly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid run. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
All right, opening it up. What did you all think of that one?
What was the emotion that
I
you
felt
were
nothing.
trying to channel? Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't get a solid sense of like what the character you were trying to play. Like, was it the concerned driver? Was it the guy who's had a family member get hit or something?
She's still a woman of. I hear you. I'm taking your notes.
Good, and you better be ready to give them too.
Oh, right.
Please
Okay.
refer to the comment I made. I
Um,
felt
I
nothing.
I forgot to go over our rules, and nobody reminded me. I did remember at least. Okay, so when it comes to the directed reads, I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. But when it comes to the directed reads, we have three major rules that you get a free pass on your first one, but if you join us again, you're stuck with these rules. So rule number one is, and these are named after either previous or current attendees to the workouts. So rule number one is the Dan rule. Rule number two is the Nephilim rule, and rule number three is the Alex rule. So the Dan rule states that when you are up to perform, you do not critique your own performance. We do not want you focused on anything else other than the decisions that you are making and the deliveries that you are giving. You leave the critiques and how to change that to those who are directing you. In a professional setting, you're not going to be the one to tell the director that you sucked. If they liked what you gave, you're going to get paid for that, whether or not you enjoyed it. It's happened all the time. So that's the Dan rule. The Nephilim rule is you do not apologize for your reads, not before, not during, not after. If you make mistakes, reset. It's perfectly fine. Everybody does it. It's completely normal. That's why there's an entire career path people can go down for editing. Mistakes are not a big deal. Doing something wrong is not a big deal. You can always fix it. And the third rule, the Alex rule, essentially states that energy is a terrible word and you should never use it in direction ever. Energy is a catch-all term that doesn't actually mean anything. The thing that I like to go through with people is, okay, if you say you need more energy, what specifically are you asking someone to do? What is that thing you want them to change? And once you have found what that thing is, then the logical follow-up question is, why didn't you just say that in the first place? Having real, workable, actionable feedback is the only way to improve. So, no catch-all terms like energy at all. We want something specific. So that being said, Justin, who was your character?
You know what? I forwent all that we went through, and I just tried to get through the script. That's
Okay, so you gave us a
my
second cold
reasoning for
read.
not having. I gave a second.
Okay, okay, all right. So, did you note down any of the characters that we talked about?
I did my markup. I did not note down any of the characters, but I do like the PSA of the I'm the runner.
Okay, you like being the runner. Okay, so then you are the runner. Why is this then important to you?
For my safety.
For your safety. Because?
Because I apparently like to run a lot of red lights.
Okay, all right. So you have a character, you have a motivation. Cool. So try it from. James. I haven't seen Power Thirst since I was in high school.
And now it's all coming back.
Oh my gosh. What is with
I
these
missed out
core
on something
memories?
great.
It's like
Science, energy, science, energy.
it's made with lightning. Real lightning.
Snake eyes. Anyway, sorry to
Thanks for
I'm
derailing
the-
it, James. I really appreciate it. So, okay, now you have a character, you have a motivation. Why don't you go ahead and focus on that, why this is important to you, and give us another read from the top.
A runner ran rapidly in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running away. A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, opening it up. What did you guys think of that read?
That was better. I felt more emotion, felt more decisions. You know,
Okay, Justin, how did you feel as you were reading it?
I felt relieved I wasn't hit by that call.
Okay, okay. Yeah, putting yourself in the shoes of one of the subjects in the story really helps out your read. There was a big difference between the first read and this read, at least emotionally speaking. All right. Does anybody have any changes they'd like to hear? Anything whatsoever? Any potential twists, turns, anything at all?
I guess if I were to hear him do it again, I would like to hear more of like you know, please be conscious, please be careful, like, like some kind of like concern in the voice more than just the somberness of being afraid of getting hit, like trying to convince, trying to persuade.
Okay. Okay. Where do you think that could come in more?
Question. So yeah, it's got a little sadness on the runner rapidly ran in the rain, and where could that come in? Probably at the very end. You set it up with this whole like tense situation, and then you become the solution at the end, where it's like use the pre-safe break, like that's the part.
Okay. So at the end, that should be where the relief
Yes.
comes in.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I like that. So then, Justin, go ahead, give us another read. Same emotional space at the beginning that you had before, but at the very, very end, add in that relief that the pre-safe break with pedestrian recognition is the solution.
A runner ran rapidly in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, when the road, when the, when the road gets hard to read. Pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
Okay. How was that one?
The one of my relief. Something like on this, I think specifically hearing it again on the when the road gets hard to read, like with I would like to hear a note of understanding where it's like I'm the runner and I understand you, please don't hit me, but also roads can be hard to read. So it's like when the road gets hard to read, like a hint of understanding to it.
And what's really funny is you got through the alliteration great, but the stuff that was a normal sentence totally tripped you up.
That's how it always is.
You're in alliteration mode. It's okay to take a break. Again, this is a 30-second spot, and if we timed it, I bet you'd come in around 10 seconds. There's not a lot um of room, or sorry, there is actually quite a bit of room, I should say, in the script for you to take a little bit of a break afterwards. So
Okay.
after you do the alliteration, then take a breath, straighten yourself out, and then give us that relief
When you talk,
from the top.
a runner ran rapidly in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
All right. How was that?
Trying to find the words. I guess I don't have much. It felt more or less the same to me,
Hmm.
but I couldn't. But I honestly can't quite like pinpoint anything. So
I think that time your first section got faster. I don't know why, but it just felt like that first bit, almost like you were racing to the pause so
Hmm.
that you could put in the feedback.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. I could see that happening. Then that's a pretty common psychological effect in voiceover. Once you make a note of something, you want to get to that thing. So, why don't you go ahead? So take it easy, slow it down, be really controlled with your pace the whole time. Um, Give us one more read, but yeah, when you need to like sort of take that break in between, just know that don't rush to that, right? Like the whole scene is what's important here. Let us see what you're going through, and then present the relief.
A runner ran rapidly in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rampant runner. When the road gets hard to read, when the road gets hard to read. Pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, after you retake, that was your strongest read so far, in my opinion. I'm going to open it up. What did you guys think? Disagree with me if I'm wrong, please. Let me know.
No, I heard more of a tone shift, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I 100% agree.
Yeah, I think that was your strongest read so far with it. And I think we're good to move on. I can English, I swear. All right. James, you are up next. Whenever you're ready, take it from the top.
A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
All right. Opening it up. What are your thoughts?
Which character did you decide to do, and what was their motivation?
This is just me recounting a story on my way home from work, and I'm like, "You're not going to believe what happened." And this idiot just ran in front of my car. But there wasn't like a lot of like psychological trauma tied to it because nothing happened. But I was just kind of recounting a situation that happened.
Andrew, do you have any feedback for him on that? Since you asked the question, I'm putting you on the spot here.
Sorry, my computer just entirely froze. What'd you say?
Do you have any feedback on what James just said?
I mean, I think like you said earlier, this is a 30-second spot. I think I would slow down the first part again. Not like slow as a snail, but a little bit slower than what you were doing. And if your entire thing is this idiot, then find a way to add in that to the script.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the comedic tone to it, because my instinct is to go the opposite, is to, slow it down and do somber. But like, if, you're just telling this story to whoever when you get home and you have an air of lightness to it, yeah, I think that works too. I had something else to say, but my brain no work.
Have a note thing up. Note down what it is you want to say.
I should.
So, if I'm understanding this correctly, you are kind of frustrated at the stupidness of the situation, right? That's your motivation for this, James.
Right, but I didn't necessarily want the commercial to sound frustrated because it's off-brand for Mercedes, and we definitely don't want to put people listening to
Mercedes-Benz.
this like,
You will be
"Ooh, this is
frustrated."
kind of an abrasive commercial."
Okay, so again, the name of the coach escapes my brain because I can't remember details like this like I absolutely should. But the quote goes, "There are no bad days in commercial land." So I want you to take a look at the. I want you to take a look at your mindset. So right now it's really flat. You told a story, you told a situation, but you didn't have much emotional investment in that situation. I want you to feel relief that nothing worse happened. I'm just
Okay.
going to assign this one to you, okay? We'll see what it does to your read. If it doesn't work, then we'll do something different. But I want you to focus on the relief you feel from not having hit this person.
All right.
From the top, whenever you're ready.
A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
Okay. Now your read is becoming rapid. Slow it down, control your speed, but most importantly, you need to hit not a lot more. Again,
Yes.
that we're talking about the situation turning out good, right? It didn't turn out as bad as it could have been. So that's a positive. So what is the positive in this situation? Not running into the rapid runner. That's where your major relief should be. Anybody
Yeah, I
else?
think I was just afraid of overshooting it and hitting it too hard, but I'll go harder with it.
Dan rule violation.
I my thing is on the second one in terms of like I still think that there is a bit like even if you're taking a comedic tone, there's should be some sort of like I don't know. The when the road gets hard to read, it kind of like that part fell flat to me because it didn't feel like it felt consistent with the kind of story you were trying to tell. It's like, is he, is it? I think it should be a little lighter, like, um, I don't know.
Well, the
When the road
direction at the top does say that those should be read differently.
yeah, I still, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to hear it again then.
Should I not do that then? Should I be more consistent?
So the thing is you you felt rushed. And so the script says the script should feel fast but not rushed. So then how could you balance that? How do you balance it should feel fast but not rushed?
Not real sure on that one.
Okay. Well,
Read it fast, but not fast.
one of the ways that you could do it is give all of the punctuation that's in the alliteration portion very little time or very little attention. So essentially, all periods get downgraded into commas. All commas get downgraded into what? Dashes? I don't know. It would be like less hitching than a comma. So give that a try. Control your pace, but give the punctuation less importance, and let's see if that alters it to feel more, to feel fast but not rushed.
A runner rapidly ran. Try that again. A runner rapidly ran. Geez, I keep wanting to skip a word. A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I braked. I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, Pre-Safe Brake with Pedestrian Recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, what did you guys think of that one?
I still think you ran through the first part too much, where it was it didn't feel like it had natural ebbs and flows, like you were telling a story. It felt trying to get to the end.
Yeah, I kind of felt like you were kind of skimming through the script.
Because I was ignoring the punctuation.
Okay, hey, it was
I
just an
following
experiment.
direction.
It was just an experiment. Well, that's fine.
Did you read my comment on picturing this scene as it happens, like the quick cuts to like, you driving the car and seeing the pedestrian, because I always feel like the one thing that gets me into like getting like the tone of the read aside from like, reading comprehension is just like imagining the situation in my head and just like reading accordingly.
Yeah, that's been lending me to the faster reads, though, I think.
Okay, so then
Oh, okay,
what
never
is
mind.
your so then what is your instinct for that? No, in fact, don't tell me. Just do it.
Okay. A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, Pre-Safe Brake with Pedestrian Recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
I like that.
All right. All right. Anything else? Any other input people might have?
No, I feel like the pauses were more like just right in terms of they didn't feel too stretched. It felt like a natural break in ideas. Good.
And the first half didn't feel too fast?
Not to me, but I'm not
Okay.
a commercial expert.
I don't think it felt too fast. And besides, this is mostly opinion anyway, so it's whatever you're thinking in the moment.
Well, you
But
all are my director right now, so you're
yes, yes. The thing is I think what you could have done, you could have done a little bit more with the bottom half of it. You've got the top half down pat. I think I really like the way that you did that, but I'd like for you to take uh, I'd like for you to be more careful with the tagline at the end. Like have some meaning. When the road gets hard to read has a specific meaning, right? Like, what is that meaning, and what are you trying to communicate with it?
gotcha.
So, do me a favor. Give me an ABC take of the last two sentences of the tagline in its entirety. I love what you did at the beginning. We don't need to retake any of that, but the tagline, give me an ABC on it.
Say that again. I was trying to
You're
run
not
through some
paying
different stuff
attention,
in my
huh?
head.
You were
I
just
was
you
running through
just
different
completely
takes I could do in my head.
zoom.
I heard the ABC, and then you. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I have a problem with rambling. You can tell me to shut up at any point.
Shut up. No.
Okay.
Okay.
ABC of everything from When the Road Gets Hard to Read.
Yeah, last half of the script,
Okay.
ABC take.
When the Road Gets Hard to Read. Pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz. When the road gets hard to read. Pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz. When the road gets hard to read. Pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
Okay. C was best in my opinion, but I'm gonna open it up. What did you guys think?
I agree. I wanted to hear more variety in the inflection on the first part, because it felt like they all hit the same notes, just at different
really?
timings.
Okay.
Well, yeah, like it's not like they were identical. There were differences, but it's like, maybe because you were like when the road gets hard to read in some variation, where it's like there's other ways like when the road gets hard to read, or like maybe not specifically that, but other inflections. I don't know, maybe mess around with that.
Yeah. So here's something to consider. Stress different words because stressing different words gives you different meanings. And especially in that first sentence, you have three different places that you can stress to give it something interesting. For example, when the road gets hard to read. When the road gets hard to read. When the road gets hard to read. You see how those three different words could
Yeah.
potentially give you just some variation of the callback that we're talking about.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. That could be again looking at having your meaning very clearly in mind is really going to help you out with that. So
Alrighty,
just
any
give me
other
an
feedback? ABC on. Sorry.
ABC on just that sentence when the road gets hard to read, with an emphasis on one of those three words. Let's just see what
Sure.
that does with your read.
When the road gets hard to read. When the road gets hard to read. When the road gets hard to read.
Yeah, I think any of them could work in my opinion. What did you guys think?
Yeah, yeah. They all achieve different things. I think the casting director would have a easy time picking B or C or whatever.
Yeah. There you go.
Alrighty.
Moving right along
Thanks,
to
everybody.
me. Okay.
I try.
Excuse me. Do the thing. Thank you. Okay. A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read. Pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz. All right.
Okay, that's good. Moving on. No, sorry.
Oh no. There's something in there. I'm sure there is something in there.
Hmm. I said commercials are not my forte, so I'm really scraping the bottom of my my barrel here.
Who is your character in this one?
I'm a concerned driver. This happened to me. This was the situation I was in, and I was in the driver's seat. Thankfully, nothing bad happened, but, it still happened.
Okay, it came off a little spokesperson-y to me.
Okay.
A little flat, not a lot of that emotion like this actually. I have an experience with this.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe a harder tone shift too. I think the placement of your like voice and everything, it stayed pretty consistent. Not like entirely.
Okay.
I think there was some tone shift, but maybe more of a distinct one.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. It's one of the new sound effects, apparently. Cowbell. More of it.
I got
All right.
a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Okay, this one's a bit too long. I think just more cowbell would be fine. Anyway. All right, so be more invested in what I'm saying. Okay. A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read. Pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
I don't know why, but like every time, like the rest of it sounds good, but I always get caught up on the when the road gets hard to read part, where it's like,
Okay.
what's your character feeling when he says that?
Well, the idea with that is when the road gets hard to read, when things get really confusing. Because again, the situation happened really fast. This situation happened really fast.
So it goes
English is
from
my first language, I swear. I promise.
so it goes from concern to then concern. Still,
Oh, okay. So is it too? Is the emotional tone too continuous?
I don't know if that's what something I'm getting hung up on or not, if it even matters. But yeah, I mean, like it feels like he's concerned throughout,
Okay.
and I think the
Okay.
directions do say something about like a tone shift. So maybe being creative and trying to find out how another way that character might,
Okay.
perceive the end. Like I said earlier, maybe he's a bit of compassion for it because he understands as much as it happened to him. He understands that it's human nature and that we're not always paying attention.
Okay. Compassion. Let's see if I can put that in there on that one. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read. Pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
I like that a lot. that tickled my brain.
Okay. Anybody else opening it up? Any changes? Any thoughts?
Funnily enough, I did have a change that I wanted from the last read that you implemented in this read.
Okay. So what
Um,
did I accidentally stumble in on?
you accidentally stumbled into success on the in the last read. The pre-save break and the pedestrian recognition sounded very rushed, but this time you found a way of highlighting both of them.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Because I don't
the compassion helped.
Mhm.
Yeah, compassion is always helpful.
Compassion.
Love thy neighbor.
Be excellent to each other. And by the way, just as an aside here, I know that Ogre, you keep saying that commercial is not your forte. Fun fact: there is no script out there that is not a character script. The only difference between a theatrical script, which is I think what more you're thinking of, like heavy character, like isekai and completely different world kind of stuff, that and commercial characters is that commercial characters live on planet Earth right now. They live here. They are on this Earth in this world doing normal everyday things, but with extraordinary reasons. Whereas theatrical characters are oftentimes elsewhere doing incredible things and incredible feats with incredible powers. Right? That's kind of like a highly generic separation between the two of them. But the uh, the thing is those instincts for character work, coming up with reasons for doing what you're doing and being in a specific place and all of that stuff. All of that is super applicable to commercial work because nobody nowadays, unless it is some kind of not comedy,
Satire, spoof kind of.
satire. That's the word. Thank you. Unless it's a satire of it, is not going to ask for the announcer read. A runner rapidly ran in the rain as the rapid runner ran raging in the. Nobody wants that anymore. They want people to be people. So those character instincts are actually really important for commercial work, and they still apply 100%. It's just the kinds of characters that you're dealing with. You need to scrape that information from the context of the read, which is why I asked all the questions that I did. Give them a face, give them a name, give them a title. That's perfectly fine. Whatever your instincts are with characters, easily apply to this. So, just my little
Okay.
rant for
Yeah,
you.
that helps. I'm writing down a note. Thank you.
All right. So, does anybody want to hear anything else out of my read, or did I do all right? Are we good to move on?
Do it in a stupid voice.
Yeah, I think Carissa said she wanted in the Ugo voice.
In the in the UG voice.
Yeah, the Ugg voice.
Afterwards, we'll mess around afterwards. Let's get to everybody's serious reads first.
All right.
Carissa, you'll get the UG read later. I could sound really wrong, but we're not going to go there. All right, Andrew, you are up.
A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rapidly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard, when the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, opening it up. What are your thoughts?
You stressed certain, like for the first read, since anybody's been doing it, I think that was a little too slow. I think you kind of like stressed certain words strangely and added a weird pause, a couple of weird pauses. Wasn't too long, but yeah, I just had the opposite notes for the first time of maybe a little more fluency.
This time, it's actually too slow. Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. Yeah, a little bit quicker. Try to get really comfortable with I am speed. No, you're not. Just pick it up again. Again, the whole purpose of the alliteration is to what?
Make it feel fast, make it feel frantic.
Right. Slowing it down removes the purpose. Slowing it down as much as you did removes the purpose of the alliteration.
All right.
So you want to honor that. Again, this is written specifically to be a little bit confusing for people. Just a little bit.
All right.
Let's hear it again whenever you're ready.
A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, opening it up. What are your guys' thoughts?
Got the classic of who's the character, what's the emotion.
I wanted to give myself a difficult read, and so I chose I am the pre-brake safe system.
Actually, that worked then. Yeah, that was not what I was expecting. Yeah, that was yeah.
Yeah, and anybody else? Any other thoughts? Okay. Andrew, I love the fact that you went for the biggest challenge you could there. I love that. Because in taking that on, yeah, exactly. You definitely delivered on it. Bold choice, but it worked. It worked. Completely breaking you out of that, out of whatever comfort zone you were in. Absolutely worked.
Yeah, like
Well,
a
thank you.
slightly more humanized, like what the fuck is it, like HAL 9000? You know,
Yeah.
like,
Hal before his brain was uploaded, right?
yeah.
I don't even know if
Well,
that's the
thank
lore
you.
to it, but whatever. Yeah, no, that was absolutely a fantastic read. I don't have any notes that I'd like to change on it because I think you really nailed what you were going for.
All right.
The
Be
only
bold.
thing I could say is now maybe pick a different character, see if you can do the same thing but different.
Go for it. New character.
What were some of the other characters we said?
You didn't note
PSA
anything down, huh?
concerned.
I have my notes down.
You have
So
your
from my
notes down.
memory, there's PSA, there's concerned driver, there's
Mm-hmm.
person that's family got hit or like has a personal tragedy that
Yeah,
is
someone who
related to
experienced the
this.
situation. A grumpy
Yes.
old person. That was brought up too.
Yep.
A runner rapidly ran into the rain.
Do it. Do it.
God
Do
damn
it. Commit. Go for it.
Okay, Joy. Well, all right, let's do this. Hmm. A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
That's your accent went more Georgia, the older like as an older person. That's funny. Uh, uh,
I gotta say
um,
though, I liked what you had before, where you went into the
yeah.
slightly more falsetto voice, the angry grandma sound.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounded like a pleasant old person. It's not a grumpy old person. It's
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's
A
do the
runner
grandma then.
rapidly ran in the rain. Come on, come on. Give us the angry grandma read, please.
send
All
it.
right.
You
Send
nailed it.
it.
All right.
Send
Let me
it.
just put that out there. You nailed the read. Okay. I'm happy with what you gave us. This is just a fun read right now. Okay. Give us an angry grandma, please. I want to hear that.
Okay. As long as I get an UG.
Oh, you will. 100%.
A rapid. A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rapidly running a red light, rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz. Now that's what you need, honey.
Nice. Aside from the stuttering, that
Love
actually
that
kind of worked
ending.
for me. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. All right.
Aside from the stuttering, yeah, that like it had good emotion. Felt like a character. You know, that's great.
You went crazy with it. You committed. I love it. 100% one of my favorite reads so far. All right. Moving it right
Thank you.
along. The voice ogre. You
The
are
voice
up.
ogre. I voice ogres. Um, let's see. A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
Okay. Opening it up. What did y'all think?
All right. Who were you? What were you? Why were you?
I was the guy who had something like that happen in his family. So it was a more of a somber read in the beginning, trying to elicit some kind of emotion from the listener of uh yeah, this is a serious thing. This happens to people, and this is something you should be aware of. And then again, I like the compassion at the end where it's like, this is a hard thing. This sucks, but the road gets hard to read. So pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition.
So, one thing that you did, you treated the period after when the road gets hard to read as a comma. You just immediately continued that into the next thought, and that doesn't work here.
Okay.
Because again, the tagline. So this is part of a mini series. There's only like a couple of them. I think there's only two actually. There may be more, but they don't have them available online. But uh, the tagline for each and every single one of them is when the road gets hard to read. So it's not connected to the next thought. The next thought is actually connected to it.
Yeah, I like improvising the not or like kind of treating the punctuation with what seems more natural to me because it does seem like a when the road gets hard to read, use pre-safe break. But it's like, yeah, I didn't realize that was their tagline.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's the tagline for this particular miniseries. It even
Okay.
says this is part of a mini ad campaign demonstrating how situations can be difficult and confusing in the moment. So you
Okay.
can always assume that the tagline is kind of a shared thing. When you usually have an ad campaign, that is they always share the same tagline. So for instance, when there's like a Michigan tourist campaign, I forget who voiced it. Tim Allen. Yeah, Tim Allen voiced it, and every single one of them always ended with "Pure Michigan." So it was that shared theme throughout the whole thing. So make sure that that's a separate thought. When the road gets hard to read, again, it's its own thing.
Okay.
That was really the main thing. I'd like to hear. So, sorry. Remind me of your character again in this script.
Boil it down to a concerned PSA of an affected person.
Okay, so you are in this situation. I want to hear your emotional journey a bit more. I want to hear
Okay.
where you felt the surprise, the anger, relief, whatever it was. But I want to hear that
Okay.
from the top whenever you're ready.
A runner ran rapidly in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian. I need to scroll down. Pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, opening it up. What are your thoughts on that one?
Can I get an ABC take on the tagline?
Yeah. Anybody else first, or?
Yeah, I had to step out for a bit, so I didn't hear the other. I didn't hear your first read. I kind of came back on the last half, and it felt a bit rushed compared to the first.
Okay.
How
Like
dare
you were
you
just
not pay
trying to push
attention,
through it.
James?
Well, I wasn't in the room.
Okay, so ignoring that. No, I'm just kidding.
Toss out that
But
feedback entirely. No, yeah,
no, I have a garbage can for it. But
I think ABC takes of the tagline is going to be what we're asking for.
all right, all right, all right. When the road gets hard to read. When the road gets hard to read. When the road gets hard to read.
Doing where you emphasize hard. When the road gets hard to read.
When the road gets hard to read.
Okay. Opening it up. What about those?
I like that last one.
I
Yeah,
like
me
C
too.
personally.
Sorry, what was
Emphasizing
that?
the
Yeah, for
word
me, it's
read.
like a mix between C and that last one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the nice and serious, the grounded, like to the point.
Mm-hmm.
I do like stressing the hard though. Like it just
Then put
yeah,
it all together.
emphasizes it
Give us a
again.
full read with all of it put together. And for this one, again, let's hit hard more so than any other word, but like really communicate. I really want to hear what you feel about the runner in the rain. Like I want to hear your emotional communication turned up a little bit more. I need to hear more investment.
Okay. A runner rapidly ran in the rain. As the rapid runner ran raging in the rain, rampantly running a red light, I rapidly braked, not running into the rapid runner. When the road gets hard to read, pre-safe brake with pedestrian recognition by Mercedes-Benz.
Cut it, print it, ship it. That's it. That's it. That's the one. Then put it all
Yay!
together. But you see,
Bravo!
yeah, you give yourself you give yourself a position in the world. You gave yourself a character, and leaning more into those emotions really helped us feel more invested with your read. I
Yeah.
really think that worked for you.
I like a little sarcasm on the red light.
Yeah.
Rampantly running a red light.
Right? Yeah, yeah. And it's those little tiny touches that are going to make a commercial audition stand out way more than anybody else. Because I don't know if you've ever tried casting before. It is awful. It's terrible. Because, and if you haven't done it, this is going to be a really interesting exercise. Go to Casting Call Club, choose a random audition, and you do the casting for it. Open it up, listen to all of the auditions, and find your and choose one person for it. I guarantee you, you're going to hear everybody reading it the exact same way. And the moment somebody actually adds in some kind of emotional connection to what it is they're saying, that's the read that's going to stick out to you. So that kind of exercise, like really, really leaning into your emotions, fantastic. And again, you gave us a really, really good read because of it.
Yes, that's cold reads I'm pretty good at, but taking direction that's my jam.
Yeah. Right? I mean, I think
Just
that's
tell me what
everybody's.
to do. I don't want to be a person.
Please
Just tell me
tell
what
me.
to do.
But this kind of exercise
It's
is
like
super,
this
super
giant
important.
wad of plasticine waiting to be molded.
Indeed.
But
Mold me like one of your French girls. Sorry.
but again, this is why it's really, really important to do some script breakdown on any script, particularly commercial script, and give yourself a goal. It's because when you are doing self-direction, what you need to do is separate your performances from you. So you need to listen to your performances as though they are a performance, not the performer. Um, this is why I think it's really, really important for all of you, wherever possible, to go to as many different practices as you possibly can. Develop the habit of listening to somebody's performance and coming up with uh, as articulate as possible a way for them to change their particular performances. Because once you have that very clearly in mind, you should be able to apply that to yourself once you know what the script's goal is. So you do a recording, you immediately take off the performer hat, put on the director hat. Listen, okay, does the performance hit the goal we're talking about? No, it needs this, this, and this. Okay, take off the director hat, put on the performer hat. They should be completely separate. It shouldn't be something that you do right in the moment. But that is going to bring us to the end of our reading order. So this was kind of a short stream today, but we still have a couple people to get to and some fun reads to get to. So let's go ahead and wrap up the streamed portion of the meeting here. That doesn't mean we're done here because we still got people to get to. But thank you all so much for watching us. You know everything down below. Once again, thank you very much to our supporters on Coffee. We have some cool things that we're working with. We're actually speaking to a coach right now as well. So, just a sneak peek. And again, I want to make sure that when we actually announce stuff, it's like really, really super solid. But there are cool things coming. There's stuff that we're working on. But once again, your guys' support is really, really really helpful. So we'll see you all not this coming Monday because this coming Monday is a U.S. federal holiday, and you guys should be hanging out with family, friends, and just relaxing and enjoying yourselves. But we will be hanging out in the server too. So feel free to join us, and we'll see you on the next one.